Okay, so we're gonna be practicing with some basic data management commands. So let's go ahead and open our session. We go to the North Carolina location and our user number 1 MAPSET. And go ahead and okay, our session is open now, and we switch to our command console, and we're gonna be we already learned how to list what the data we have available, whether it be raster or vector, with the glist command, right? You remember that, g.list. And VEC for vector data will give us all the data we have on the vector data set. And we do the same thing for raster. And that will give us all available data for the raster data sets. We are going to learn today how to see what map sets we have available to us, what do we have access to, and what we can modify. For that, we're going to use the g.mapsets command, and we add the flag LP. You need to look at the tutorial notes. There are links that will give you a better explanation what the flags will do, and actually more instances of the mapsets command, so you can try them out. So for this exercise, we're going to use the g.mapsets flag LP, and it gives us 2 lines, just 2 lines. First one is permanent Landsat SQLite user 1 and permanent user 1 Landsat. These are map sets within our GRASS GIS installation that we have access to. The first line are map sets that we can access to get information out of. The second line are map sets that we can modify information within. We have access to the permanent map set because we created that map set when we were doing our installation for this project. And user 1, this is our own working map set. And we also have access to Landsat. That's another map set that I created earlier. But on the top part, if you can see, I can access the SQLite to get data out of, but I cannot modify anything on it because I did not create that folder. So that gives you a better idea what can you modify and when you cannot. If you're working with different people and you set up a working project for somebody else, they will not have access for permanent folder. It will show up as they have access to it on the first line, but not that they can modify it, and they'll be their own username, user 2, 3, 4, or whatever custom username you use. So hope this is clear. Again, you can follow the tutorial links so you can get more examples and other explanations of what the mapset command will do with the different flags and options that it has. There's another useful command that we're going to be working with today, and that will be the mapset command or option. And for that, we're going to do as follows. First, we need to find out what commands we have available, what map sets we have available. So we use the command we learned earlier, mapsets, and the flag LP. So we have user 1 and Landsat, as well as the permanent data sets or map sets available for us to use. So let's go ahead find out what's on Landsat folder. For that, we're going to use the mapsets command. Mapset command. So we use it as follows. We type the g.list command with the RF flag, and let's find out what vector data types we have on our map set called Landsat. This will give us the vector data that we have available on that specific map set. As you can see, there are no vector files on that. And let's see if there are any raster files in there. So we go back and we use the same command. We just change it for raster, RST. So g.list flag f rast mapset equal length, And let's see, we do have so few raster files within the mapset Landsat. And we can also do the same thing with our permanent mapset, find out what data what raster data we have on that mapset. Permanent. So, and we can do the same thing for vector. So as you can see that the mapset and mapsets commands are very different. They use in different manners. Mapset, one single mapset, is to look within or to search within a mapset the type of data that we have in it. And the command mapsets, that's to list or a command to list all of the mapsets that we have available within a certain instance of GrassGIS. Hope that's clear. If it's not, you can read more about the command and the different flags and the tutorial notes. There's links that will take you to the site where you can learn more about these commands and also the flags and other options and examples that you might find. And now we can combine the commands we learned earlier with this, and we can find some other stuff pretty good. So g.mlist, we want to search for raster data on the mapset called Landsat. And we want to look for any file that has the letters LS and M. So that would list of files, all files that has LS within their file name in the Landsat mapset of the raster type files. So once we hit enter, we get a list of all those commands. Earlier we found out there are no vector commands, so I'm not going to try it with vector commands, but we can try the vector command on our permanent mapset. So let's use vector and let's change the Landsat to our permanent mapset, and let's use ls for maybe RA. And let's find out a list of all the files that has RA between the name on our permanent mapset of the vector type files. And that will give us a list of those files, only 5 files. So this is how you'll mix and match the commands we learned earlier. And we're going to go further with that now, and we're going to do some copying and deleting files that we might be using. Okay, so now that we know how to look for stuff, for other files, we're going to move on and we're going to start copying files to our own mapset so we can modify those mapsets. To copy a file to our current mapset, we use the g.copy module, g.copy, and we use it as follows: g.copy, and we want to copy a vector kind of file. But wait, before that, let's go ahead and list what data we have available. So we have a better pickup name so we can copy that file. Let's use vectors. And looking at this on the permanent mapset, let's look for a file and let's go ahead and pick bridges. We're going to work with bridges. We're going to copy the bridges file to our mapset. So to do that, we're going to use the g.copy vector data type, and we want to tell it what file we want. Vector file called bridges from our permanent mapset, followed by comma and the new name of the file we want to copy into our file. We can use same name, but so you don't get all confused, usually use a variation of the name so you know it's not from the same data set. For me, I use my and then the name of the bridge of the file that we copy in bridge. Oops. So we're using the command g.copy, a vector file called bridges on our permanent data set and it's going to copy it to our current map set under the name My Bridge or Bridges. Keep it the same. So once we do that, we hit enter, and it what did I misspell it? I probably did. Bridges. Let's see. g.copy vector bridges permanent. There you go. I misspelled it. So maybe I gotta be careful with those. So we're gonna copy a file called bridges from our with the g.copy command on the vector type file called bridges from our permanent map set into our current map set under the name My Bridges. So once we have all that, we hit enter, and you look at the confirmation on the screen. And once it's done, we can go ahead and look on our own map set, see if that file is there. So we use the command g.mlist, and we use vector command on our map set, and it's called USR1. So this will list the files that we have on that set. This is the end of tutorial number 5. By now you're familiar with the proper naming convention for GRASS GIS. You also learn how to list files within a specific map set. You use some wildcard cards to search for files within map sets and also the entire GRASS GIS map set structure. And you also learn how to copy and delete files. And that's it for this tutorial. And at the end of if you check out the tutorial notes, there are other links and information that will help you better understand this tutorial. And I hope you come back for the next tutorial.